It's really a sin to make such a beautiful and considerate lover worry. Sheng Shaoyou could feel it every small worry, every lingering thought, and yet, he tried to hide it behind a calm facade. "It's really nothing," he said softly, hesitating for just a moment before the words escaped. "It was just the little thing that kicked me." Hua Yong's brow furrowed slightly in confusion at first. She tilted her head, trying to understand what he meant. But then she noticed it, the faint blush creeping across his cheeks, a subtle warmth that betrayed the calm he tried so hard to project. And in that moment, realization dawned on her. He was talking about Peanut. Their little life, hidden beneath his clothing, had made itself known. Enigma's smile softened. It was gentle, bright, almost ethereal, and it spread warmth through the space around them. Hua Yong leaned closer, placing a delicate hand on Sheng Shaoyou's abdomen. Her touch was light, careful, almost reverent, and yet there was a playful reproach in her tone. "Ah, little Peanut. You are so naughty," she whispered, her words carrying a mixture of amusement and affection. Sheng Shaoyou stiffened slightly. His hand instinctively hovered near hers, unsure whether to retreat or acknowledge the sentiment. The abdomen beneath Hua Yong's palm was taut, stretched slightly by the small life growing within. If someone didn't look closely, they might not notice, but Sheng Shaoyou could feel every little movement, every tiny flutter. "Be good in my belly," Hua Yong said softly, her voice dropping to a tone reserved only for the most tender moments, a tone babies seemed to understand, a tone full of love and comfort. Sheng Shaoyou's face burned crimson. He pushed her hand away, not out of anger, but out of embarrassment. "Go back and sit down. Don't speak in such a cheesy tone." Hua Yong let out a melodious drawn-out "ah," teasing but gentle, and asked, "Is it corny?" "It's so corny," Sheng Shaoyou muttered through gritted teeth, forcing himself to remain calm as he stuffed food into his mouth, the flush in his face refusing to fade. Hua Yong chuckled softly and obediently returned to her seat. Almost instantly, her soothing pheromones filled the room, delicate and floral, like a gentle spring breeze. Orchids. The scent wrapped around Sheng Shaoyou, calming his tense back and easing the irritability that had built up over the frequent little kicks from their unborn child. The next morning was starkly different. The atmosphere shifted from personal intimacy to professional tension. At Shengfeng Bio, the head of the business division and HS Group's technical director were locked in a 9-hour meeting. The focus was intense. They were discussing how their companies could deepen cooperation on gene scissors, technology, a cutting-edge field that promised incredible scientific breakthroughs. The young chairman of Shengfeng Bio attended the meeting, absorbing every detail with an intense focus that suggested both curiosity and ambition. Shen Wenlang, however, was absent, held back by personal matters. Yet, by 11:15, he arrived at the restaurant 15 minutes earlier than the agreed time. He was punctual, graceful, and precise, a man who valued structure and the small details others often overlooked. Shen Wenlang waited patiently, the seconds ticking by with quiet tension, until finally Gao Ming arrived. The man who walked in was unexpected. Middle-aged, wearing a vest and slippers, chewing gum with a casual nonchalance. His hair slicked back, he kicked open the door with a casual flair. Gao Ming was nothing like Shen Wenlang had imagined Gao Tu's father to be. And yet, there he was, sitting before him with an air of unabashed confidence. "Hello," Shen Wenlang greeted politely, standing with his usual poise. "I am Shen Wenlang." "Boss Shen, hello," Gao Ming replied, stretching out a hand with a grin. "Thanks for taking care of my son, Gao Tu." Shen Wenlang raised an eyebrow. "Where?" he asked, extending his hand politely. "Excuse me, where is Gao Tu?" "Oh, him." Gao Ming waved lazily and pulled out a chair. "I made an appointment with him at 12:30. Shen Wenlang's frown deepened slightly. He didn't like the casualness, the lack of precision in Gao Ming's words. But he suppressed his displeasure. After all, this was Gao Tu's father. He had to remain polite. Didn't you say 11:30? Shen Wenlang asked carefully. That's us, Gao Ming replied with a smile, blowing a smoke ring lazily. There are some things I want to talk to you about alone. The conversation started innocuously. Gao Ming asked about Gao Tu's salary, his reasons for leaving, and other mundane matters. Shen Wenlang answered calmly, almost absent-mindedly, until the topic shifted unexpectedly to Gao Tu's love life. And then Shen Wenlang's attention sharpened. Gao Tu is a quiet guy, never popular, Gao Ming said, lighting another cigarette. I was surprised when I heard he had a date. Shen Wenlang leaned forward, his eyes narrowing slightly. Do you know he is dating someone else? Yeah? Gao Ming crossed his legs, casually reaching for the ashtray. I just found out not long ago. But judging by you, Boss Shen, it seems you've known for quite some time. Gao Ming stared carefully, scrutinizing Shen Wenlang's face for any sign of deception. The more he studied him, the more unusual the situation became. Why would such a powerful man, a wealthy alpha of Zhonghu City, personally call about a secretary who had resigned? During a call earlier, Shen Wenlang had stressed repeatedly that there was something very important he needed to confirm with Gao Tu personally. And yet, Gao Ming could not fathom what could be so significant. The answer began to take shape as the conversation unfolded. Shen Wenlang's concern, subtle yet undeniable, for Gao Tu's well-being, combined with the irrational tension whenever Gao Tu's partner was mentioned, it sparked a thought in Gao Ming, a bold, almost absurd idea. He wondered, could Shen Wenlang be the alpha who had made Gao Tu pregnant? The pieces started falling into place. Gao Ming remembered the call from the Omega Protection Organization. He had spent the entire afternoon checking Gao Tu's medical records, consulting the doctor who had treated him, and carefully piecing together the timeline. He knew Gao Tu had an alpha partner who disliked Omega pheromones. Shen Wenlang's subtle yet excessive concern for Gao Tu's whereabouts, coupled with his peculiar response to any discussion of Gao Tu's romantic life, seemed too telling to ignore. Gao Ming decided to investigate further. He took out his phone, pretending to check messages, and typed in a name that had been on his mind for hours: Shen Wenlang, endophobia. The results were exactly what he feared, or rather, hoped. Gossip media had reported the connection. The pieces were clear. Shen Wenlang was indeed the alpha who had gotten Gao Tu pregnant. A thrill ran through Gao Ming, his mind raced. Finally, the truth was within his grasp. A secret that had been carefully hidden, now laid bare in the quiet hum of the restaurant. And all the while, the world moved on outside, the bustle of the city, the quiet whisper of conversations, the steady tick of the clock. But inside, the truth had shifted the balance, connecting hearts in ways that even time could not undo. The truth has been revealed. Secrets have surfaced and hearts are closer than ever. But this story is far from over. If you're excited to see what happens next, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next chapter of ABO Desire.